Come on, you ready?
Yes, I'm ready.
Having said goodbye to everybody on Schiphol, we continued on our way to Iceland. And then, off to America. And so we arrived in New York, with the next day Oliver gave an interesting lecture.
Hello, we're in New York, as you can see. It's absolutely beautiful. Yesterday we got to the hostel, and it's a nice place to stay. We got a beautiful view. We made some Instagram pictures.
That said, we continued to our friend Ryan's place, where his parents had kindly invited us to stay over for the next 2 days.
Hi! They're gonna be great. I hope they get a lot of money.
We opened all the boxes because we ordered all the stuff, all the materials that we need on this address. And they're the bikes. We're gonna assemble them. And then right here is all the stuff. There's a special t-shirt from a company called Y Athletics out of Los Angeles. And what they do is they made the Silver Air, they call it, the Kickstarter project. And they sent me a prototype right here. It's a t-shirt with silver ions in them. And what they do is they destroy the sweat particles, or at least for the t-shirt. And so the t-shirt is meant to never stink. And we're gonna test that out on the ride for 3,000 miles. If it holds, it's a good t-shirt. And then we have the water bags, and we have the hard drives for all the storage. We have the saddle covers because that's important for your bum. And then what do you think? What do you think about all this?
Nice,
Really
nice,
beautiful.
love it.
We chosen to go for 2 GMC Denali's. They're affordable and reliable, and we had good expectations. You guys want to say hello to the video?
Hey!
Hi!
Hey guys.
Hi there! And then, after a few thankful words, it all began. I really want to give a huge thanks to Susan and Philip and Ryan and Alexa, the lovely family that supported us over the last few days. We could really settle down for a bit, get to know America for a bit, and yeah, that's just the greatest gift that right now someone can give to us. And they did that, so a royal thanks hereby once again. Our starting point was the Brooklyn Bridge. From there on, we would aim to cycle all the way to Kansas City, a staggering 1,500 miles away. So we began, and immediately we came across our very first American bike lane experience, on which we also ran into a really cool dude. We just met Zach, the guy right there, and he is going from New York to California too, but with a buggy right there. How awesome is that? Started today as well. As we continued our way, we finished day 1 in a small town called Tyrone in Pennsylvania, slept on a big field, and received some gifts from the neighbors. Americans are so nice. People from over there came, and the neighbors from there, and they gave us coffee and bagels. Oh, it's good waking up here. We then made it onto the highway, where I immediately caught a flat tire. Luckily, we had some great folks helping us out. If you're ever in the Hackettstown area of New Jersey, and you're having some bike problems or you're looking for a bike, Marty's right here is everywhere. Yet as we continued further into Pennsylvania, we encountered a problem. This. The weight we carried was not put on the bikes, but on our bodies. Put this together with the stress of not knowing where to sleep and getting lost all the time, and soon we knew it was too much. Okay, fuck. Oliver just went through his back. It's really bad, and we have no idea what to do. He's here, and he just went through his back, and this is really bad. We made it to the hospital. He's right here, all patched up, ice there. I'm just waiting for what to happen. I just called my mom to get her updated on the situation, and it's just super good. Super good. In essence, we were not good. Oliver had pulled a muscle in his lower back because of severe dehydration, had to be put on fluid and heavy medicine, and was told he wouldn't be able to walk for days. Fortunately, we received help from a lovely lady in the hospital called Christina. She brought us over to her house and family, and they treated us with so much love and care. Goodbye, everybody.
Bye.
Goodbye.
Bye. Safe trip. Bye.
Thank you. The next day, we were picked up by our friend Selah out of Philadelphia, who drove us all the way back there so we could rest a bit. She drove us to New York, where Ryan and his amazing family would take care of Oliver. 10 days later, he would be on a flight home. In the most difficult of times, you come to know who your true friends are. And boy, were we surrounded by angels. Selah and I drove back to Philly. I rested up, rescheduled, and on the early morning of July 8th, she drove me back to the point where we left off. At first, it felt weird. However, back home, we'd set a principle. Who'd ever get hurt would be left behind. After all that had gone wrong and readjusted, I was finally back on the bike and felt the universe was going my way, because just down the road, I met an old friend. So I was just cycling up the mountain there at Asheville, which was horrible, by the way. And look who I ran into.
It's me again.
There he is. We caught up with each other, so that is one dazzling coincidence.
Yeah, it's amazing.
How's your trip been?
It's been amazing. People are so nice, helping me out so much.
Same for me. That's cool! On my time in Philly, I discovered a website called warmshowers.org. It's like couchsurfing, but for touring cyclists. So from now on, I would get a helping hand from people along the way. In only the first few days of trying it out, they'd already show me their towns, Janice is here with me.
Hi there.
Take me out to dinner. All good.
Pretty delicious.
He eats like a fiend.
Introduce themselves to the camera. You can say your name.
My name's Becky.
Say your name.
I'm Matt.
And give me lots of good wishes.
Good luck on your trip.
Have a safe trip.
Good luck on the rest of your journey.
All this as simple as to send out a message a few days before you arrive. But first, I had to cross what I consider one of America's most difficult bike states, Pennsylvania. Famous for its numerous mountain ranges and fierce winds, it had a lot for me in store. I'm about halfway in on today. Wow. This is very heavy. I have it on a 2 now, and it's going well. Drinking a lot of water, but good workout. Good leg day. I keep saying to myself, just a couple more hills. Now right there was a bridge, and that was already steep. And now this. It was absolutely brutal. God. Oh my God. Pennsylvania is done. Wow. Okay, that was heavy. Goodbye, Pennsylvania. you.
I then crossed the border into Ohio, where things weren't that good either.
Oh, that's Barnesville. Miraculously enough, I made it. But I'm dead. I don't feel my legs. And tomorrow I'm gonna have to do 106 miles.
Fortunately, that wasn't the case, because my host Sharon decided to drive me out to Columbus, where my new host Monica was already waiting.
We caught up for a little, and here she is, my host for tonight. But this is the YWCA gym.
Yes.
And what is so special about it again?
It basically, we are the only assisted living for women in the city. So we focus on helping empower women. There's a lot of YMCAs, there's like 30 in Columbus, Ohio, and this is the only one specifically for women.
After some good laughs with Monica and some sleep, I continued onwards to Dayton. The roads between Columbus and Dayton are very well made. You have smooth roads, happy people, a lot of good trail system, and a lot of corn. Seriously, a lot. So after a nice and easy 80-mile or so ride, I arrived in Dayton. And just as expected, I had another wonderful warm showers experience.
I'm saying goodbye to Katy.
Yeah,
Thank you so
bye.
much.
You're
Thank you so
very
much
welcome.
once again.
Oh, it was a lot of fun. I'm glad you got to.
Whoop. Well, that happened. Oh. All right. Well, I was just about to head out. Katy was already gone, but I had breakfast on the porch, and the neighbors actually came over. Mike and Lori. Lori, was it right? Yeah, Lori. I had some problems with my bike right here. This part was a little loose. And then a friend of Mike and Lori actually came over and fixed it all the way. So thank you so much, man. He fixed the bike. So I'm good to go to all the rest of the states. We had a little time, and Mike actually took me out to a American brunch place. And I've actually never been to that before, so this is really cool. We got like coffee, and we get eggs and pancakes. So thank you, man. Thank you. Awesome.
Next stop on the map, Indianapolis.
Boom. That is a very special package.
The package contained a pair of prototype socks sent to me by Y Athletics, the company that had also sent me the Silver Air shirt, which by the way I was already wearing for 18 days, in which, I'm not kidding you, it had not picked up a single smell. And when I got going out of Indianapolis, the socks entered the testing phase as well. So for the next 250 miles, the tarmac stretched out in front of me, giving me a place to sleep at the firefighters of Terre Haute, for which of course I baked some pancakes. A staggering surprise on an early morning.
I'm all on my own on this highway and there's absolutely no one.
But most of all, the longest stretch of road I had ever cycled on in my life. As I arrived in Effingham, a state trooper even was as kind as to give me a voucher for a hotel.
Well, good morning, everybody. It's time to go to St. Louis. 110 miles approximately. Route 40, and I'm getting honked at.
Same story. Long stretches of road, good breakfast, and even better help from Google Maps.
So I chose Google Maps, and she's at it again. Time to head back. I'm so glad Route 40 is around. If I'd have to take all the back roads here, I'd be lost because all those back roads are closed and it's just not good. So, thank you, Route 40. You helped me out big time.
So despite some flaws of my guide, I was still on the right way to Kansas City.
Thank you, St. Louis, for being a bike-friendly city. I'm going over the bridge in just a mile, I think, and that is going to be such a relief. Oh God. Oh, it's like another 10 miles to go, and then I finally made it. I can finally sit down, finally have a hot meal, finally have a shower.
And so on. It was all waiting for me on the other side of the city, where with only half a mile to go I caught a flat tire. My host Stu and Nancy got me good to go again, and Stu joined me on my morning commute onto the famous Katy Trail.
You gotta love the Katy Trail.
Yeah,
200 miles and nothing but flat road.
yay.
It's a little bit boring, but hey, you know, you do what you can. So, enjoy yourself today. Hope you like this portion of the ride. And come back and visit us in St. Louis real soon.
Limestone and 51 miles straight. That's good.
No gear shifting, no thinking,
Exactly.
nothing. No wind.
Little eating, shelter.
You don't want to start drinking beer early on a Katy Trail because it's a beer stop every 10 miles. So,
Is that true?
yeah, making good progress. I mean, this boy's in shape. I want to tell you what. I mean, look at this. I'm holding nothing, 15 pounds. I'm struggling to keep up with this guy. He's carrying like 55 pounds. He's got this contraption on his back,
Yep.
contraption on the front. I mean,
All
it's
that.
like, hello. You know, I mean, yeah, I'm old, but Jesus.
After Oldie had rested up, we raced further west for a lunch, about 44 miles into the trail, at a little cafe in the woods called Kate's Coffee.
You're riding across the country?
Exactly.
Super. I'll get you, giving your bike a drink there for Facebook.
Yeah, the bike's good. You want to get this bike. You bought it on Amazon for $250.
That was a good chai latte. Remember, if you're on the Katy Trail, Kate's Coffee. That's a good one.
We said goodbye and au revoir, and I continued down the trail to find myself catching yet another flat tire. I fixed it, caught another one, put in a new tire which also popped, got crazy,
Oh my God!
fixed it again, and then basically gave up and hopped my bike in the back of a kind stranger's pickup.
Marvin, thanks so much.
He drove me into Mocaine, where a staff sergeant of the Missouri National Guard was awaiting me as my host.
Nicholas has very kindly picked me up here, and we're gonna head over to Jefferson City. Today sure was a day on which you notice the generosity of people around here. It's really amazing.
I cleaned up the Katy Trail mess, and we got going to an awesome bike store to fix my GMC.
I build wheels though throughout the year. I build wheels for I've got 2 Cat 1 riders that I build wheels for, all the way down to people like yourself touring coast to coast that just need a durable wheel.
Alright, so the bike is done. We got it outside on the car, and I just want to give a thanks to Mark over here.
This guy here fixed my wheel for free. And Mark, if you're watching this, thank you. Next stop, frisbee golfing.
The object basically is get the disc in the basket with as few of throws possible. Fewer the better. This is obviously hole number 1. The par 4. This is where we're at. This is the tee pad, and this right here is where the basket's at. So you basically map your way through the woods on this right here, and that's how you know where you're throwing. All right.
Nice.
The sport on itself looks rather easy, but it isn't. I, however, was a natural talent.
Not a bad shot, not a bad shot. If you can get around that tree, he has a shot of winning the PGA Tour. So that's frisbee golf. Frisbee golf, and I got you after this. Thanks, man. There you go.
Waking up just outside Jefferson City, we said goodbye. I had cycled 1,500 miles through 7 states in 27 days. It had been mountainous and windy, but never boring.
Hi.
Hello.
Thank you for letting me stay here. It's really kind.
We're glad to have you.
Instead, it was already turning out to be the adventure of a lifetime. Beautiful scenery, long roads, it all was quite the pretty picture. And even though some mishaps still occurred, I had made my way to Kansas City, where I met up with Judy, Bob, and Patricia.
I'm geared up.
Bike is tuned, we're ready.
Bob cleaned it.
Big Bob's Bike Basement Bike Shop. It's going to be very hot when you get out to Arizona, New Mexico.
We're worried about that.
I know. I just want to say thank you so much for everything you did for me and fixing the bike and everything.
Oh, you're
it
welcome.
really means a lot to me. So,
I enjoyed it.
Bob, the guy from Big Bob's Basement Bicycle
Big
Shop.
Bob's Basement Bike Shop.
Had a good experience. I hope you have a great journey, lots of good memories from your experience.
Thank you
It was
so
nice
much.
to meet you.
It was nice to meet you
Take
too.
care and keep in touch.
All right.
Bye now.
Bye-bye.
Welcome to Cyclemerica.